Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dan here again with another episode of your newsletter, your weekly tech marketer newsletter. So, this one here, I wanted to kind of dive into a very common question that I see and that I get, and that is, what do you do post sale, right? What does that welcoming and onboarding process look like? And in short, it should look different for obviously each agency, but for your personal lines, your commercial lines, and even your E&S lines businesses. So, I want to take a look at just kind of some rough ideas. Again, tailor this by all means to your own individual agency, but let's take a look at personal lines really fast here. So you can see I've got Agency Zoom pulled up, right? Personal lines onboarding. You can go in and set this up very easily. So I've got this set for all personal lines policy types. I want this immediately after the customer sold, and I only want this to happen once per customer, right? Because I don't want, if I cross sell something, I don't want them getting the exact same messaging that they did before, at least for my personal lines clients, right? So here's everything here. I would also suggest excluding that from calculating the service response time, since this isn't really a service request, right? It kind of falls in between that new business and sales and renewal, right? This is just a welcome process. This is all we really want this to be. So in this welcome packet, you can very easily have the stage could have an email that goes out welcoming them obviously to the agency. If you're using something like Glovebox or Insurance Agent app, it invites them to log in there. If you are utilizing the carrier service center for things like Safeco, Travelers, whatever, it could direct them there on how to make service requests. This is also if you have them go online, and this all doesn't all need to be in a single email, by the way. It really shouldn't be. It should be a series of them. But uh, also, your agency's process for handling service requests, right? Is it calling in? Is it emailing in? Is it texting? Is it submitting a form? What does that look like? So introduce them to how you do business in the agency. This is where you get to train them on how you want them to behave basically for the lifetime that they are with you, right? Are they going to get used to calling in to make a service request, or are you going to direct them to fill out that form online, or submit the service request in the app or whatever? So this is where you get to kind of plant those seeds and start to train them on that. These check-ins here, these for personal lines, again, tweak the numbers however you want them. These are kind of meant to be more for cross-selling opportunities, right? So 30-day check-in, maybe you sold them a home and an auto and an umbrella. What a great opportunity to talk about life insurance. Or if you're in some of our like coastal states, what a great opportunity to talk about flood insurance if they didn't bind that upon initial binding with you there. Same with the 90-day, 180-day check-in. Those can also be a little bit informative, like, hey, this is how we file claims, right? This is what to do if you think you might have a roof claim. Call a contractor first before you call the carrier, so you don't have a claim on your record. So that's kind of the idea behind the personal lines. It's very vanilla, very straightforward, right? Your commercial onboarding does get a little bit different, right? So obviously welcome and binding, right? So you're still sending out the welcoming email. You've got a binding checklist to make sure you've submitted all of your apps. You've got all your signatures. You've got your payment set up. If there's any inspections that need to be ordered, those are all ordered, right? Everything's done there. We'll move them over into billing if they haven't already had that one done. Make sure you're delivering the policies over here on the policies delivered side. And then same kind of idea with the 60 and 180-day check-in there too, right? That can also be tailored by the type of policy it is. You can prep them for what an audit is going to look like. You can talk to them about their work comp policies. You can cross-sell on anything right there. And then at the end here, I have kind of a renewal prep, right? So I've got this 180-day check-in. That's a great opportunity to do an audit prep. And then your renewal prep can be maybe it's 270 days out, right? 90 days before their next renewal, saying, hey, these are the things that we're going to need. Let's go ahead and start getting that paperwork together now so we can beat the carrier to it when they ask me for it. And then last but not least, your E&S onboarding. Obviously, this is going to be significantly different than everything else, but I do still have this kind of compacted. And again, you can also add in some stages in here too, right? So I've got the binder sent stage. I've got awaiting inspections complete, policy received once you get that back from the broker. And then I would even add in some more stages here too, just like we did with the commercial stage, right? Here's your 180-day check-in. Here's your audit prep. Here's your your document gathering for your renewal. Get ahead of that stuff before those renewals start dropping into the renewal pipeline, and set it up to where you are being proactive instead of reactive. So you are the expert. You're getting all that information from them ahead of time so that you can submit everything so that when it comes renewal time, obviously we know that once we start the renewal process, right, it blocks access from anybody else potentially, poaching your clients, but also it really lets your clients know that you're on top of everything. Now, as far as the logistics on setting this up, it's very, very simple. The difference between commercial and ENS, right? So I have in my commercial here, I want for commercial policy types, and I want to exclude these tags for ENS. I don't want those to come in here. The exact opposite on the ENS side. I want all of my commercial types, but I only want ENS, right? That's the only thing I want. I don't want anything else. So logistically, very easy to do. Same thing with assigning these out. It's very likely if you are heavy in ENS, you have a specific team that handles those renewals and those service requests and just those clients in general. So assign those out to your ENS assignment group. I've talked about that before as well. Definitely utilize assignment groups. It's the only way you can scale efficiently inside of Agency Zoom here. But yeah, that's a quick and dirty on a question that I get very frequently on what to do after the sale and what does that process look like. So I hope you got some value out of that one. And if you did, let me know. If not, definitely let me know. And if there's anything you want to hear specifically, give me a message, shoot me an email, Facebook message, whatever. I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care.